Hi you guys, and welcome to the Melanin Show, my YouTube channel for mothers talking about things to help. Today's topic will be about breastfeeding. Okay, so everybody know how important breastfeeding is for babies. Everybody knows that it gives them nutrients, that it has vitamins and things in it that Similac does not have, that it helps promote a bond and everything like that. So someone recently asked me to do a video on my own experience with breastfeeding, since I had to breastfeed twins. Now, I just recently stopped breastfeeding. When I say recently, I mean a couple of days now. I've been trying to wean them off slowly, but since they are currently away for 2 weeks, I'm going to take this time to dry myself up so when they come back, I won't have to start the breastfeeding process again. Because let me tell you, I am over it. But I love every moment of it. I loved the connection it gave me with the twins. I loved how it comforted them. I love how just watching me switch from formula to strictly breastfeeding. Like, my babies were preemies, so as you know, so they had to drink NeoShort and breastfeed. Along the way, I cut off their NeoShort and I just breastfed them, and they got bigger. They were getting stronger. They weren't getting sick. It was just amazing for me. Like, I knew since I was pregnant that I was going to breastfeed, but I just didn't know how long I was going to do it. And that made me want to do it that much longer. I tried to hold out till they were 2, but they got teeth now. And when they fall asleep, they lock onto me and it hurts so bad. But anyway, starting from the beginning, my journey with breastfeeding. So, because as you guys know, the twins were preemies. When they were first born, I was not producing any milk for real. So, the twins had to go on donor breast milk in the hospital because we lived in the hospital for a month or 2. They only was on donor milk for about a week or so. Side note, the women who donate their breast milk are godsends, because I know that it is hard for them, because 9 times out of 10, if your baby is on donor milk, they getting it from someone who lost their child and pumping, or they pumped up milk for them and the baby's gone, so they donate it to the hospital, right? That's where most of the donor milk come from. Just so you guys know, if your babies were ever on donor milk, they are godsends, because I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I don't know if I would have that much in me to pump still, and I don't have my child. Anyway, back to the twins. So they were on donor milk, and then finally I started producing milk. I started producing a little bit here and there. So they were still on donor milk, but my milk was mixed in with the donor milk. And finally, I just whoosh, I was eating like 5 times a day, because I had to, usually when you breastfeed, you have to double your calories. Well, I had to triple my calories. I had twins, okay? I had to triple them because I wasn't making that much breast milk. I had to get it going. So I was eating like 5-6 times a day. I was eating snacks. I was eating meals. The good thing is the hospital gave me free meals, so I could eat as much as I want, right? I was eating constantly. Finally, I was pumping every 3 hours because they wouldn't latch on at first. Nova would not latch on for nothing. Like, she wouldn't latch on to my boob. Now, Sear, he wanted the breast milk from the beginning. He did not want no bottle. He did not want no tube. But because he was having a hard time with the bottle, they kept a tube in his mouth. And so finally, I was just like, he wants to drink off my boob. I'm going to just breastfeed him. And they were like, oh, but we don't know if... I said, no, I'm going to breastfeed my son because that's what he wants. He wants to be breastfed. As soon as I put my boob in there, he started drinking right away. He would this tiny little baby, and my breast was so huge compared to this tiny little baby, and he's just like, it was so cute. Like, I remember the first time he drew milk out of me, I had this whole feeling of completeness. Like, I don't know, it was just like complete. Like, I was complete. And then it took me a little bit more time, but then finally Nova started latching on, so I was able to breastfeed them. So I breastfed them at the same time. I did this thing called tandem feeding, where you breastfeed at the same time, one on each arm. I did that a lot. I would sit in a rocking chair, and I'll have them both propped up like this, one right here, one right there, and then they'll just drink. When I was in the bed and they were asleep, I would be on my side, and this is not recommended. I know this is bad, but I would have Nasir laying down on the bed drinking, and I'll have Nova laying on her side on top of Nasir drinking for the other one, because I was so exhausted and I couldn't get up. And they would just drink and go to sleep, and once they fall asleep, I would move them to their beds. Nasir never really had a problem with it until he got older. Once they got bigger, then he started, don't be on me. So then I had to start sitting up. This journey though, let me tell you about this journey. I end up stop pumping, because I didn't need to pump no more, because they were sucking me dry. Like, literally. I even was taking the mother milk tea, and I was drinking tea. I was eating oatmeal. I was doing everything I was supposed to do, massage myself, keep up with the calories. And they were just, as they grew, they just drank more and more. So for me, breastfeeding was amazing, and I would totally do it all over again. I just wish that they didn't have teeth and that they didn't bite me when they fall asleep. But that's not saying all kids do that. My kids do it though. My son grinds his teeth in his sleep. So it's only natural that when he falls asleep with my boob in his mouth, he's gonna grind his teeth on my boobs. The only thing is with the weaning them off, Nasir was easy to wean off. Mostly he didn't really need to be breastfed all like that, but Nova have such a hard time because she's so much smaller than him, and you know, she's still developing in preemie. She's developing like a preemie, so she's little behind with the growth and stuff, so she needs me a little bit more. So I use it for comfort with her, but when they get back, she's not gonna be able to use me for comfort other than hugs and snuggles, because I love to hug and snuggles with them. But yeah, that's mostly about breastfeeding. At the end of this video, I'm actually going to have some pictures of the twins' first breast when they first both latched on to me. I'm going to have some pictures. If you do not want to see pictures of my boobs and my baby's mouth, then do not watch the end credits. But if it does not bother you, I will show you. And I hope this video helped. I don't know if it answered any questions. It really was just me telling you about my experience as breastfeeding mom. I would do it. I'm not shaming anyone who does not breastfeed, because that is totally your choice. Not everybody can breastfeed. Not everybody can produce the milk. Not everybody has the patience. Not everybody wants to, and that's perfectly fine. Like, it's not for everybody, because you know, you don't want to breastfeed and you not eating healthy, or you do all this other stuff and it goes on to your baby, you know? So it's like, I completely understand. There is some moms that out there that shame you. Don't let them shame you into not, because you don't breastfeed. It's not that big to be shaming other moms for, because moms already have a lot that they go through, and that is just something silly that other moms want to make themselves feel better about. Also, I want to talk about my friend. she is such an amazing person. And unfortunately, some things happen where she personally can't have children anymore, so she's adopting, and she is going through the motions of getting herself together to breastfeed, and she's doing all of that stuff. And I just want her to know that that is so amazing to me. Like, I just feel like not everybody thinks like that, or not everybody wants to do that. And the fact that she is changing her body and completely doing what needs to be done so she can bond with her new baby when he or she gets there is totally amazing. And she is freaking superwoman to me. Okay? Superwoman. And I love her to death. She's my person. I'm her person. And she stuck with me forever. Yeah, so if you have any more things that you want to know about, that you're interested in, or you just want to talk about, put it in my comments and I will make a video. I'm sorry that I haven't been posting videos. I've been really busy with nursing school and with the twins, but I'm on break now, so I will be uploading a new video almost every day or every 2 days. Who knows? Let's see. What else? Also, I'm gonna be uploading some videos of me doing my makeup and things like that, because I told you I have my own cosmetics line, and I'm pushing my way through the beauty industry world, and I'm getting myself better at doing things, and I just want to experience it all with you guys. Like, I want to experience the love I get from my kids, the love I get with my makeup line. I want to experience it all, and I want y'all to see me grow as a person and grow with my talents. And yeah, so anyway, click the like button, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, share with your friends, do all of that. And remember, it's the Melanin Show. Yes, because my name is really Melanie. All right, is there anything else I need to tell you other than drink plenty of water, stay hydrated? No, but for real, if you are breastfeeding, drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, drink the mother milk tea. They're not sponsoring me, but drink their tea because it helps. Okay. What else? Oatmeal. Eat plenty of oatmeal. Yeah. Pump at least about every 4 hours. I know that sounds crazy. The hospital says every 3 hours, but pump every 4 hours in between. Like, do pump, feed, pump, feed, pump, feed, pump, because it keeps the milk flowing. I noticed that it keeps the milk flowing and it keeps you filling up, you know, instead of you pumping every 5 hours and then you just give them the milk. Like, and then store up your milk too. That's also what I want to tell you. You can store it up, put it in the freezer, store it up for like when you want to drink wine one day and you want to get a little bit of tipsy, or you have milk saved up so you can get as tipsy as you want. Or if you want a little break and you want to send them to their grandmother's house, well, send them with some milk so you won't have to give them Similac. Also, I noticed that some places, Target. Okay, so if you're a breastfeeding mom and you're in Target, they actually have a room for you to breastfeed it. If your baby start getting cranky and you need to breastfeed, ask an employee. They actually have a room for you guys to go to. Like, it's so awesome. Don't be ashamed to breastfeed in public, because if your baby is hungry, you breastfeed them right then and there. Because if some grown man is hungry, best believe he's going to eat a burrito right then and there. Okay? So you eat. You feed your baby right then and there. Don't feel ashamed about it. If somebody try to shame you for it, shame them for trying to shame you, because they should not make breastfeeding this big of a deal or so sexual because it's your boo. Like, come on now. My child needs to eat. I remember I was in the airplane and the twins needed to eat, and I started breastfeeding them, and this guy was like looking at me all weird. So, you know, I covered them up and stuff, because, you know, I'm like, all right, I'll cover them up. The lady next to me was like, no, he shouldn't be so offended by you feeding your children. She said, don't worry about it, feed them. And I just was like, oh, okay, girl. And I sat there, and the crazy thing is, her fiance was right next to her, and it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal to them, but it was a big deal to this man across the way. Like, he even told the flight attendant, so the flight attendant to come tell me to cover up. And the lady was like, no, she don't have to. Like, it was amazing. It was wild. And I was just like, that's crazy. It's crazy how some people get. But, you know, they're not mothers, so they don't know. They don't know the craziest to get. Also, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you about that subject. Thank you for bringing this subject up. Like, breastfeeding is like a topic that no one wants to talk about, but everybody should talk about, you know? Like, it has so many health benefits. It has so many other things. Like, it's comforting. My children are developing really advanced compared to some people children who, not saying that the Similac is bad, but I know someone who did not breastfeed and gave their baby Similac, and they were processing a little bit, I guess, normal. They was processing normal. I would say they were processing normal because they're like a year or two older than my twins. And my son, who was strictly breastfed mostly, is doing things that this 3-4-year-old is doing. And it's just like, wow. I want to say it's because of my milk, because I'm smart and my babies is smart. But it's just like wow. It's just like, I can see the benefits that they're talking about, or how it helps develop a little bit more, you know? But all right. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And like I said before, I will be uploading a video every other day. I'm going to try to upload a video every other day. If you have any comments, leave them in the comments. If you have any ideas of things that I should do, leave them in the comments. All right. Love you guys. Mwah.